Shamans. We understand cause we are the Tech Shamans. Dude, I got this cool thing to show you. Really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Awesome. Yeah. Come on and turn it on. Tune it to the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune it to the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune it to the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune it to the Tech Shamans. Cool.
Well, good Monday morning. Oh, I didn't change my shirt.
Oh, dang it.
Dang it. Oh, man, I was really going to be pretty for you guys today. I mean, I know this is all pretty and stuff.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to Tech Shamans. Sorry about that. That went wrong. I went sideways.
John's having one of those days.
Oh, I am, dude. I have been filming since 8 o'clock this morning. It's crazy. So, but anyway, hey, we're a man short today. He's somewhere. I forgot where he went. Yeah. Short.
We're a man short.
We should put a leprechaun up every time he leaves.
Yeah, put it right there.
Right there, you know. Anyway, so how was your? I missed you guys last week.
Yes.
It was not fun. I was over in Tampa working, and I'm like, I don't like not doing my show.
Yeah, John wasn't here last week. Anthony's not here
this week. We're trying to give everybody a break. It's summertime. Once school starts back, we gotta get to relax then, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Isn't
Once
it
school
amazing?
starts, then we'll have to deal with that kind of technology.
As a kid, we loved the summer. As an adult, you're like, oh crap.
Yeah.
3 months of kids. What do I do?
But then you can't go anywhere because now the kids are in school and you can't take them out of school.
I know.
So it's just like,
Wait till you get my age and your kids are at my age. I can go anytime I want to go.
You can go wherever you want.
I mean, I told Delaney the other day, I said, hey, let's just go over Universal for the day. She goes, what about the kids? I said, what about them?
If they want to go, they can pay their own way.
They got their cars. They got money. Let them do
They
what
can
they
drive
wanna
over.
do.
If they show up, hey, great for them.
It's great, It's easy. It is what it is. But did you tech this weekend?
No. I binge watched. I guess that's tech.
Why did you binge watch?
Oh, I forgot. My wife started watching Grey's Anatomy, so.
Oh my Lord! I thought you binge watched. I'm going to put that in just a little bit because
we're binge watching it from the beginning.
Oh God, have mercy!
What is that? 14 seasons?
That's like you and Anthony. Anthony started binge watching in Supernatural, and now he's a super fan. Oh my God, it's so good!
It's been on for so many years.
Yeah, so's Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez, I did watch. I watched yesterday. Saturday, I worked. So we were in Traverse. No, I went to Traverse first, duh. Then went to Montverde. And Montverde, we were over at the haunted coffee shop. We were doing a paranormal repair geeks.
Oh, okay.
And super cool place. I made the mistake of not paying attention.
I thought he said not paying his bill.
No, I paid the bill. I paid the bills, unfortunately. So I went to their Traverse store first. I got to talk to you about how cool this place is because I've got an idea. It spawned an idea, and then I went to the other place. It was really cool too.
Spawn.
And they had good coffee.
That's why you go to a coffee shop.
They had different flavors like zombie and it's a haunted place, brains and
brain flavored coffee.
They did that. Amazing. So anyway, but so you just binge watched Saturday and Sunday?
I think it started on Friday, maybe even Thursday.
You go, boy. Well, you are binge watching. Holy cow! My God.
We just couldn't
Netflix or Hulu?
I think that was Netflix.
Netflix, okay. Yeah, well, it is good. Same here. I actually worked Saturday, worked Sunday morning. I teched all weekend. And then I got up this morning, 8 o'clock, I teched.
Ooh. So, Techie tech.
Techie tech.
I did do a little something. I went to the boat and did a little work on the boat.
Really?
Yeah.
The boat needs it?
It needed.
Are you beating the boat up?
No, I didn't do anything with it.
That's the problem. The worst thing you could do with a boat is don't do anything with it.
No. I put a new impeller and everything in.
Oh, you made it run cooler.
Just running some water through and just making sure. I start it up every so often, make sure it's good. Don't let it stagnate. That's the worst thing you can do with your engine.
No. Same thing with an RV. You know,
Yep.
if you don't use it, it dies,
Yep.
right?
Fire it up periodically. Make sure everything's working okay. You know, clean it up. You know,
you got to use it. But you know, we have a lot of tech. I mean, we have a lot of tech, and I'm hoping we're going to be able to get through a lot of this. I put her here for you.
Oh yeah, but I can't click the link there.
No, you cannot.
It's a little
doesn't
difficult
work
to get
that
into
way,
the article
right?
that way.
So
You know?
one of the first things I was going to talk about is now we all know cyber surveillance is a big deal, but it reveals leak uncovers global abuse of cyber surveillance weapon, which this is crazy.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I started getting it. I'm like, and people can buy this.
Yeah, you can buy it.
You can literally buy the software.
Yeah.
And it just, I'm like,
Think about it. Think about it. Snowden sounded the alarm many years ago.
Yes, he did.
And
he did.
Not only was it governments, but now it's gotten out into the wild,
Right.
And it's being used by all sorts of different government entities for spying on people in the country.
They're really
everybody.
They're really going after the activist.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, of course. I mean, if you have any kind of uprising within your country, you're gonna want to find out what they're doing and stuff. So you're gonna go ahead and start targeting them. But yeah, this software is
It's
just
nuts
out there. It's crazy.
So anybody who wants to be a cyber hacker, all they gotta do is go buy the software.
Yeah, you have enough money, you can buy whatever you want and just let it out there in the wild.
And it's funny, we literally have cons. Now we have cons where all the hacker guys can go and sit in one room and talk about what they do and how they do it and recruit people now.
Oh yeah. It's a giant. It's a job.
So hey, Mr. Government, just saying here is when they have these cons, why don't you set a booth up there and recruit?
Might as well.
Or arrest. Either way. You arrest first, and then I guarantee the recruitment's easier.
Well, it's a con, so they'll all be in costume, so you won't even know.
Yeah, right. It's just crazy. I don't know.
And they'll all be wearing anonymous masks.
Yeah, Guy Fawkes. That's freaking awesome. But it is crazy. We're gonna jump down to number 4 here because this is another a cybersecurity software, right? Awareness training. Ninjio. Rob, Anthony was supposed to be here to talk about this, but this literally, and what it does.
It's not Ninjago?
No, it's not. Maybe it is. You never know. It might be in the same world.
What is this Ninjio?
Okay, so Ninjio, I guess this is a thing that helps make your trainings better in your company. So you work for a big corporate company. Every month they'll send out, or every week they'll send out, oh hey, by the way, this is what you don't do for our company, and they make these little videos or these little statements, right? And people go, yeah, okay, I'm not going to watch this, or they click on it, leave it on, and let it run, and then they walk away. Well, I guess these are super well done, cartoony type things that make it way more interesting to watch.
Oh, to get
so you engage the employees and I was going through. Anthony went through it and I went through it. He dove into it way deeper than I did, but I did dive into it. And what it does, it makes it almost like the employees look forward to getting this little break. I mean, they show one point. They show someone pulling popcorn, eating popcorn, because it was really that entertaining. But I don't know.
It's kind of like a different kind of HR awareness. Training.
Right.
There's another company out there. I think this would be good with another company called. I don't know if you ever heard of them. I think they're in Clearwater, located called Before You Know.
No.
What they do is they do incorporate settings. They're always constantly receiving emails and stuff,
right?
And they kind of catfish your employees for you.
Ooh.
So what they do is they'll send out
catch them on sites where they're not supposed to be.
Well, not really. What they're trying to do is find out if the employee is going to go ahead and open up the email,
right?
Malicious email, and for instance, enter in potentially sensitive company information, fall for that wire scam, you know what I mean? And they go ahead and they go in there, they send the emails, and they see which employees are just, the kinds that don't follow through or don't follow company policy or just clicking and grabbing that clickbait, where their problems lie. So that way employers, can stay a step ahead of the employees and give them better training. And if they don't follow through on the training and they keep doing it, then they can say, hey, this particular employee is a problem. They're going to get your company, crypto locked. They're going to pay, $575,000 to this vendor because this vendor asked for the money. You need to get rid of them. Know, and then so it's called Before You Know.
Before You Know. That's actually really pretty good. I like that.
Yeah. So basically, you just don't know when you're going to get catfished by your own employer.
So that means don't click on crap you're not supposed to click on.
Right.
Ultimately, I get it. It ultimately gives them that you're here to work. You're not here to play. You're here to do your job. When you get emails and it's just don't click on it.
Right. Yep. These are the things that you're not supposed to click on. You don't get targeted. Learn to spot issues. Learn to spot, and they'll give them the training and everything, and it gets them to stop. Just clicking.
Well, that's kind of a good thing.
Yeah, it is definitely.
So talking about big tech, right? So. Again, I think this is something...
Literally big tech.
Big tech funding. Hi there. Welcome to bigtechfunding.org. This site aggregates public available information about think tanks, academic centers. I think Anthony put this in here, and
that's a pretty good. That's a pretty cool resource that could also be used to find out if a technology company is being funded for research and stuff like that, or for something that could be detrimental if given the chance.
Yeah, because they literally tell you everybody that's being funded by.
Or does it say who they're being funded by? What they're being funded for?
Yep.
So different research, possibly surveillance,
espionage, right? I mean, there's a bunch of people on here that.
How many times is Facebook on there?
Oh, it's kind of funny. It's Amazon's on here more than Facebook.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
And did you see they had that one company that was telling whether or not, how like the big complaints about reviews on Amazon products? They had an app on the Apple App Store for Apple that spotted those fake reviews and would tell people about it, and Amazon requested it be taken down, and it was done.
What?
It was done. Amazon put in a request to take down the app, and the app was removed from the App Store. That's kind of odd.
I wonder how that flies.
Not for nothing.
Because normally Apple doesn't take anything down.
Have you ever really paid attention to some of the pricing on Amazon?
Yes, I do.
Paper plates, $250, hefty. This just happened. $18.99 on Amazon.
For how many?
$250.
That's expensive.
Go to Sam's Club. Mm-hmm. If you walk in the store, it's $7.95 right now. They have it on sale, $4
Yeah,
off.
That's where I get all my paper plates.
But I can have it sent with shipping, free shipping, because you forget the account.
Free shipping.
$9.95. Literally, I swear, these people are literally just buying stuff in this retail store, sending it to Amazon, and then just doubling it, and then selling it out there.
See, and what kind of stupid people will buy it.
And because people are on these subscriptions, or they're on, just need it at the time, and they just don't want to go to the store because they're just so lazy to just buy it.
Well,
it's getting ridiculous.
Okay, stop, people.
Stop buying stuff.
Crazy. Stop doing it.
Do your research before you buy it. It's not. You don't have to just buy it because it's there.
Oh, no, that's exactly what they do. Oh my! Another pandemic's coming. We might need those.
Yeah, we need more toilet paper.
Let me go out
folks.
and buy those. Right?
And paper towels.
I've got 2 truckloads.
I think I'm down to my last case though. I gotta get some more.
No, we're actually done.
No,
we cleaned out the whole stock. We've actually had to buy new.
Anthony,
kind of nice.
John cleared out a stock room.
So this may be you. I don't know if this is you or not. ASML's order book fills as chip makers race to boost capacity. I don't get it.
I don't either. So I guess they're trying to get their orders in fast as the chip makers are starting to increase their chip making productivity.
Well, if Taiwan and Russia and China,
Don't forget Intel.
In all those, if they would stop running over these computers and just sell those parts, Jesus Christ!
Stop running them over. Yes, that was just ridiculous.
Was it in Taiwan or something like that?
That didn't make sense. Why didn't the government just, heck, the government could have did a government auction, stuck them out on eBay or something, and just sold them,
for money.
Yeah. They could have just wiped the software off them, just sold them for money, put them back out there in production. I mean, you just made a whole bunch of waste for no reason. I mean, no reason whatsoever. You just literally they steamrolled them.
They did. It's just dumb. That's just so dumb.
Yeah, that was just a waste of technology, especially in a time when, we're running short on chips and other technology. And there's a limited supply of the raw materials needed to make these devices. So it just
I'm going through our list of stuff. It's like Rob says we have a ton of stuff. He goes, well, I'm like God. He goes. Actually, I'm going to give them all to you. You can sort them out. So we're going to jump. This one is number 9 on here. Is Apple's planning to do a 5G enabled budget phone?
Of course.
Why?
Of course. I mean,
is that like the iPhone C's that came out?
Well, what it is I guess it would be technically they would, and all they do technically is they take the same chip that was in the other phones, and they just repurpose a new motherboard for it, and they just put a smaller battery in, smaller hardware. They usually use the dimensions of an older device and just repurpose it and just, it's not that they're really technically putting it in there, okay? They're probably taking like the iPhone 12 that we have today, and they're going to go ahead and the iPhone 12 was the first 5G, correct?
Yes.
So they're going to, the 13 is going to be coming out and whatever else they decide to come out with. But of course, they don't want to stop production on that technology.
Right.
So why not repurpose it into a whole new phone that we just basically take that logic board, don't add on all the extra sophisticated, expensive cameras, put on the cheaper cameras, put on a smaller battery, and stick it into a smaller case that we've already been making.
Right.
So that's all they're doing. They're just repurposing that logic board for another device, reselling it until they get rid of what production they already have. So say, for instance, they had, 10 million iPhone 12s out there, and they didn't sell them all. Well, instead of just throwing out those logic boards that were already, pre-made and already pre-purchased and ordered, why don't we just repurpose it into a different phone? And they probably already have the the casing and the glass for these phones. So they're just, slapping it together and creating a new phone and say, hey, here you go, public, enjoy.
Oh, here, buy our stuff.
Yeah. So I don't think they're really putting it in there. It's just already there.
Right. So, okay, while we're on the iPhone world, and actually this is not even an iPhone problem. This, I have found, this is an Android issue as well. So we have I need to make a thing that says, email of the week. All right, so we got an email from a viewer, and the viewer asked, and I think they watch us a little bit, but they know who we are. Mm-hmm. So here's the issue. It was from a lady. Her name is Jen. I won't say her last name. So Jen says, I get into my house and I go to try to use my phone and it goes into oblivion. Just nowhere. But when I turn my Wi-Fi off in my house, the phone will now make a phone call. So what's going on there, Adam?
I would change your modem. I mean, not your modem, but your router inside the house. You're most likely having an issue with whatever network you're connecting to. Most likely it's going to be the 5G connection. You're probably having a network connectivity issue there. and you're not able, and you have what they call Wi-Fi calling turned on your iPhone.
Right.
So what happens is the minute you get into the house and it connects to Wi-Fi, your calls are routed digitally instead of through the cellular data plan. It's going through the Wi-Fi. Even though the iPhone is supposed to know when the device is no longer having internet connection, or is having internet connection issues.
Right.
It's supposed to switch to, like, say, for instance, back down to cellular. Sometimes it doesn't do it all that often, and it never works properly. So that's why by turning off your Wi-Fi on your phone, you can go ahead and make that phone call if you're making a regular standard call. So if you don't want to get rid of your modem, your router, and change it out and upgrade to something better.
So my question is,
turn off the Wi-Fi for calling.
Right. Why would I understand why we have the Wi-Fi on our phones, because that way it depends on who you're with. If you're with T-Mobile or if you're with AT&T, burning data now is not an issue.
No, but the reason
But we use the Wi-Fi, so we don't burn data.
Wi-Fi
we're
calling
YouTube
is
and all that crap. But why? Because I remember when we got our phones a couple years ago, a couple gens back, the guy at the store said, make sure you turn Wi-Fi calling on.
Right, and that's because it eliminates the issue with cellular reception. So, for instance, you live in an area that has bad say you have AT&T, for instance,
right?
And you go home and you walk in your house, and the first thing is you notice your phone drops down to 1 bar, and you can't get your phone calls.
True.
But if you have Wi-Fi in the house,
then you
turn on Wi-Fi calling, you'll still receive your calls because it'll be routed through the cell tower, and then through the internet.
Right.
The packets will be able to go through there, and it'll still reach your phone.
Okay.
So you're still going to be able to receive your phone calls. So it's just a way of them saying, if you turn it on, you're not going to have any reception issues, and you're going to be a happy customer because you're getting phone calls in your house, and everybody's happy. You know what I mean?
Right.
So back in the day, remember we used to have the cellular boosters?
Yeah.
Don't really see them all that often
No,
anymore.
you do not.
And that's because if you have an iPhone, you can turn on Wi-Fi calling, and that eliminates the whole issue with needing a booster or a cellular booster inside the house. So turning on Wi-Fi. But if you have a router that's given to you by your internet service provider, or you have just a low-end router, sometimes those things, they'll lose internet connectivity on the 5G a lot, unfortunately, or their wireless will drop off, and periodically you'll have to reboot the router to get it to come back up, and you'll be able to restore your
all this
Wi-Fi
to make a phone call. It's ridiculous.
Or you
should
could
be just smart enough to know.
Or yes, they should be smart enough to know, but of course your ISPs are not going to give you the greatest technology out there to make your internet connection
Okay,
very
so
stable.
if I've got let's break this down. If I've got a crappy service coming in, right? Do I use their modem or do I go buy a modem?
You can use their modem, but you don't have to use their router.
Okay, so I can go buy my own router.
You can buy your own wireless router and set that up on the network and use that for your coverage in the house. You don't have to use...
How hard is that to do? Is that something where, I got to be pretty much a rocket scientist to figure this out?
No.
Or do I have to make a phone call to them going, hey, I'm going to use my own router?
No, you don't even have to call them. They already have it set so that once you hook up another device to their network, it'll automatically default to the new router. So you can disconnect their router from it and then plug the yellow WAN line into the back of the new router, and just go through the new router setup features. And now you'll have a new router controlling your house.
If someone can't do that, can they call you at AMS?
Oh, yes. Yeah, they can give us a call.
And you'll come and set it all up for them?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's
awesome. Not a problem. And
so there you go, Jen. I hope that helps, hon.
Well, the nice thing about that, too, John, is if you change internet service providing companies,
you keep your modem.
You keep your router. Yes, your router. We keep doing
router. God, I keep saying modem. Back in the day, that's all it. Okay, so back in the day, that's all it was.
Yeah,
the modem was the router.
Yeah, it was a combo unit. Now Spectrum's using a modem separately and a
they are.
router separately. But you can you'll be able to keep your own equipment, right? And then your service provider just comes in, puts their equipment in, and you just literally plug into it and
Done.
And you don't have to change your connectivity. You don't have to worry
Passwords
about
all
them
stay
changing
the
your
same.
passwords. You don't have to worry about them coming in. You know, you fire Spectrum and you get Fios, and then Fios comes in and they hook up their equipment, and all of a sudden you have all new passwords, and they only change the passwords on 2 of the devices in the house, and then your printer stuff doesn't work no more. This doesn't work. Your Ring doorbells are not working no more.
Right.
None of your cameras.
The thermostats don't work.
Right, nothing works. So now you have to go through the whole setup process for every device in the house. But if you owned your own router, you would just leave that be, connect to their new equipment, and just keep going like nothing ever happened.
See, that was another email we got. I had a guy that emailed us, and I was going to save this for next week. But while we're there, he's got the he doesn't have the Nest, but he has the thermostats in his house that are set to the Wi-Fi.
Correct.
So he can log in, he can turn it on, turn it off. He says something happened, and one will take it and one just fine, but the other one, he can't. It's just refusing to hook to the Wi-Fi. He's from the email. He said he reset it, new batteries, blah blah blah, took it all the way down, brought it all the way back up, and he is on the 2G, so 2.4. He knows he has to go to 2.4. He says it still will not work.
All right. The only other option would be is to turn off wireless Wi-Fi security on your 2.4 gigahertz network, and then double check if you can connect to it then. If you still can't connect to it, most likely he has an issue with the unit itself.
The unit itself is...
Yeah. If it does connect to it, then obviously the next problem is going to be his security settings for his Wi-Fi. If he has an older generation versus a newer generation thermostat, for instance,
right.
That older generation thermostat might not have a firmware upgrade to be able to connect to the different security settings needed for that particular Wi-Fi network.
Got it. All right, there you go, Frank. Dude, we answered 2 today.
2.
We are the Shamans. Anyway, so that makes me feel a little bit better. So while we're talking about Wi-Fi and stuff being done right, let's talk about AI. Right? So the world ruled by giant corporations and their AI servants. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, we could always end up believing what we hear.
Well, how about that?
Oh,
yeah. There you go, Rob. Rob, that is perfect.
What could go wrong?
What could go
This is wrong. Rob, we need
1984 tells you everything you need to know. Really does. I mean, it's not like it. And what's scary is
Terminator 2. Terminator 2. Come on.
Terminator 2.
Skynet.
Okay, so I met a lady the other day, and I won't say what her name is, but she's a marketing person, right? And she goes, she's a content writer. And I said, okay. I said, so you use AI? She goes, oh, no. And then I went and looked at all of her stuff. It's AI.
No. I come up with all that in my head magically. I know about every industry, and I'm able to write about it because I know every industry.
Because Jarvis, you can go download Jarvis now. I think it's not free. It's a little cost to it. And you give it the first 4 or 5, or actually you can give it 2 sentences, and it will literally generate a blog post for that topic.
That's interesting.
And I'm like, nah. So I went and did the test version of it, right? And I put it in there, and I said, video production company, blah blah blah, making a great video, and dude, it literally, and what it wrote, I'm like, I couldn't have written it that well.
Yeah.
I mean, it was mind blowing how good. I'm like going, well, that actually, and you know what? I'm going, and I'm checking all the. I'm like, wow, it's right.
Yeah, and you know what? You can tell because a lot of some of those articles too.
Work.
You look at those articles, and sometimes you can tell there's like no heart in it, or
it reads
the
flat.
sentence. The
It's
sentence
so
just kind of like
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it, but it keeps repeating the same thing, and it's like something's not right in the way this is written, You can tell. So AI is there, but not there. I think it's still got a long ways to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's getting
I'm
interesting.
surprised that college students and kids in school are not going, I'll just download Jarvis and let it do my homework. I need a report written. There you go. Tell it how many words you want.
Was this report written by Jarvis.com?
Single space, double indentations, the whole 9 yards. I mean, you can go in there. It's like,
And you know what? And
wow.
I bet teachers will have a back end to Jarvis. They just copy all that, upload it, and say, was this written by Jarvis? Yes, on January 1st, 2021.
That's what I'm thinking. You know, there's got to be something to check the AI's work.
Yeah, there is going to be something in there. And that AI is going to get a lot of A's.
I wonder if you can tell it. Okay, that would be great. Here, guys, here's the so Jarvis. I only want a B off of this. Don't make it great. You know, it's ask you parameters, how long it should be. Do I need to have some misspelling errors? B work, C work, A+ work,
Doctorate.
You know, work. And then hit go, and that's what you get. You come back, you get a couple little marks. B+, A-.
I'm writing a thesis.
Right. I'm writing a thesis on how to write a thesis.
Yeah.
By AI.
This is so wonderful.
Is that okay? So hold on. Is that? I think we've talked about this before. Is that copyright infringement? Is that plagiarism?
I would assume it would be, because now you're submitting work that an AI did in your own your own text,
and it scours the internet to find the information. I mean, it's no different than if I was sitting there and I went and scoured the internet and went, "Oh, okay," but it doesn't give credit to the researcher.
Exactly. And John will be right there going, "I said the first 5 words."
All right, it's all my work.
It's my work.
My effort of typing those words, and actually, you can even you don't even type them in, just.
And you pay for the AI. I mean, it's nothing. It's no different than Dragon Naturally Speaking, and gosh forbid somebody was in the background saying other words and it just jumped in there.
Oh, I love doing. You know, I love walking by people that are talk to text.
We're not going to go do.
And
that,
then I go by and go, and what you go, you're like, what? I've done that. I do that all the time. Look. I don't want to hear. First of all, I don't want to hear your conversation. Right, and these people that have this stuff out on their speakerphones, that just drives me insane.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But then when I see them doing that, and without an earpiece, talking to the earpiece, and they're just talking to the phone out loud, I just walk by and go, and just keep walking.
And this is why we made AirPods.
Right?
And that's what Apple's saying. And this is why we made AirPods.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care if you go buy a 99, go to the Dollar Tree and buy yourself some 99-cent headphones.
Mm-hmm. It's like somebody who's trying to shoot a video on their iPhone without using like an AirPod or something, and you just like
right.
Like, wait, whoa, dude. I mean, it looks great, but I can't hear you.
I think they should. I think we should get every homeless guy or person a set of Bluetooth earbuds, so while they're out there just rambling on it looks like they're having a conversation.
There you go.
You know, they're not crazy. Look, Bluetooth. They're having a conversation. Or give them a headset with a little mic on it.
Give them the old early 2000s.
Oh my God, those
little
big old long mast out there. That's awesome, right?
Yes, John.
But you know, the AI world is just gonna. It's. I'm telling you, I pity teachers. I really do.
Oh yeah.
Because you know, you don't know if it's really the people that are doing it, and you know, so I don't know. Good luck, kids. We have a daughter sitting. Let me see if I did this right. We have a daughter sitting off over there. Too bad we. Oh, he's trying to find her. That's awesome. And you might better get there. That TV might be in the way. We have a special guest today. And she just turned
14.
14. Yeah, yes. I remember 14. What's I doing 14? Oh, I was fighting when I was 14.
I remember 14 also.
Right?
Also.
Okay, so going on because I don't think we can get to her. First totally modular Intel laptop is now shipping, and I figured you put this in here, right?
I didn't put this in.
Oh, really?
No.
I really hope it's a success. So everything on I don't want to work on my own crap. I'm just saying. call me lazy. I've done it my whole life. I'm at a point in time and a point in place where in my life is I'd rather call Adam up and go, hey, it just doesn't work. And I don't know why. Can you fix it? That's kind of where I want to be.
Yeah.
But this thing right here, you literally can take it apart yourself and modulate and put it all back together.
Well, technically, that's what a laptop is. I mean, truthfully, I think it's just it looks a lot easier, for either the everyday person to be able to change their components out.
Right.
But it really is no different than pulling apart a standard laptop.
I mean, you could probably do it now on your own.
But I think this company is going to
void your warranty. Though.
Right. Yeah, but they're going to be making the ability to be able to have those products. You spill water on your keyboard. Just pop the whole thing off and pop a new one.
I do it all the time.
So
it's horrible.
I think it's a good option. Especially if they because they'll that'll also give you the ability to be able to do upgrades to your laptop instead of turning a machine into a throwaway. I do like. Yeah, until it's. I mean, they a lot of laptops, they don't have that capability. There's only some very minor upgrades that you can do. And those would be, you can upgrade your standard hard drive to a solid state hard drive, or you can add more memory, more RAM.
More RAM.
But it wasn't until you get to the higher end gaming laptops, the Alienwares and stuff like that,
MSIs,
that you would be able to change out the graphics card. Or even some older laptops.
I thought the graphics card is soldered onto the.
There's like some gaming laptops and also workstation laptops where they have a small PCI Express slot, and they do make a small square video card that can be changed out. But you only had like a few. Like maybe one or two generations of graphics cards that you could upgrade to, and that was it.
And Alienware was the big one.
Yeah, Alienware was big before Dell grabbed them.
I thought Hewlett-Packard bought them.
No, Dell owns Alienware.
Oh,
and
get the Dell. Get the Dell. I know. It's still
Alienware is like the XPS line and the Alienware are like side by side.
Okay. What about the MSIs?
MSI is owned by MSI. They're literally MSI is a motherboard manufacturer. They made PC components.
Right.
Then they went into building laptops and some regular desktop computers.
I love their laptops.
Laptops are pretty good.
We had two of them in studio. This was the bigger one. There's a smaller one, and I'll tell you what, man, they can handle the workload.
They've come a long way. They started off that their plastic components. For the cases used to fall apart on the laptops prematurely, and I didn't like them, but the hardware would continue to work.
Right.
But the laptop would disintegrate around it. Pretty awesome. At least the laptop still worked,
Everything works.
Everything works. You just got to take the
case
screen
that holds
and the case together around.
Right. So,
but yeah, they're a pretty good company.
Are they? Okay. So now we're going to talk about Rob and I were talking this morning before we even put this. This is nothing new. We've talked about this 9 months ago, right? This Da Vinci DC100. It's a self-balancing motorcycle, and I do believe, if I'm right, we have video on this. So, Rob, is this the one that we do have audio for?
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead and play the video, and we'll come back and talk about it afterwards. I love how they have the Da Vinci look with it's half alien, half Da Vinci with the beard and everything. That's pretty funny.
Those are the old aliens.
One of my biggest questions. Well, we talked about this about 9 months ago. I think it was about 9 months ago. I think Rob was. We were talking. But to me, it looks like okay. So if it's self-righting and it can hold itself up, if you're actually out there having a lot of fun and you're getting into a deep curve and you're really lean down, does it try to fight you and go back up?
Yes. Screw you. You're not taking that turn. You're
that
gonna hurt
would
me.
Suck.
Yeah. You're going to hurt me
it.
taking that turn.
So that's my only. Yeah, it's like you said. Who needs a kickstand until the battery dies?
Right. Yeah.
And
it's all fun and games until somebody gets hurt.
Scratch that pretty brand new brushed metal nickel looking.
Yeah, you're in your garage walking by your bike. And battery dies. It leans over and falls on you. You're trapped under it. Got a broken femur.
Sucks, doesn't it? Because I'll guarantee you that thing is not light.
No,
not with them
especially
batteries.
with the batteries and the motors. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I don't know. So, but I don't know. I think it was put in the. It was. I think Anthony may have put it in the chat. So but this next thing is we're gonna stay on motorcycles because it's really more of a jetpack, but
oh my goodness. Are you
a recreational speeder.
Oh, this is awesome looking.
I know it's awesome looking, but I mean, is it
Is it for real?
I don't know.
I mean, can they hover? Or is this skips on the water?
Let me read it. JPS is developing recreational version of the speeder and taking pre-orders now. So obviously they're getting ready to do it.
The world's first flying motorcycle.
It's jet powered.
Oh, geez.
Oh, wait a minute. The sky being fully stabilized, blah, blah, blah. It is jet powered, very fast, very small, and can be either piloted or operated fully autonomously.
Wow. It's pretty awesome. You're going to be riding a missile.
Some of the use cases, getting a paramedic to their patient faster, transporting a patient to the hospital faster, underway resupply between ships, faster and more cost-effective than the helicopter and flight deck. Oh, so they're the ones that made the jetpack. Got it. Yeah, moving equipment and cargo into a position where it could be inefficient or too risky to use a helicopter. So I wonder really what the weight limit would be.
I don't know, but I like how they took away some design features from Star Wars.
They did. They did indeed. So is it more like a hovercraft?
I guess it would be a jet-powered hovercraft.
It has to because it has to go up and down. So now you're getting there it is right there. So it's like a Harrier. It's not like it's magnetic, but how can you?
They're not showing anything.
150
miles an hour.
30 minutes, 1,200 pounds.
Wait, that's how much time you have on it?
Wow, you're not going to go out to sea by no means.
Wait, so you can only run 30 minutes?
That's what it said. At 130 miles an hour.
Nah, that's
yeah. It's interesting.
These are just toys. These are just toys.
These are guys. Well, here we go with the Mr. Billionaire.
Oh wait, let's throw the military in there. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's what I use it for. So it's made.
Why does he get to ride that thing and I don't? I gotta walk.
Okay, so they have a military speeder, right? They have a military speeder and then the cargo speeder.
I could see you using a cargo speeder to zoops your.
We're just getting into Star Wars now.
Yeah, this is getting crazy. Look at this. I wonder what the length of time it could run on the military ones.
Max speed 150 miles an hour, endurance 20 to 30 minutes.
No.
Kerosene, jet, or diesel fuel. Operating ceiling is only 15,000 feet, and it's piloted, or you can do it by remote.
Wait, it can go up to 15,000 feet?
Yep.
But they can have wing bladders that can carry extra fuel.
Wing bladders that carry extra fuel, so that would give you further distance. That would probably be the one that are autonomous.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
It's
though.
interesting, right?
Yeah, it is interesting.
Good for jetpack aviation, man. I mean, they're making Star Wars come alive for us.
That's for damn sure. And guess what? Disney's gonna buy that.
Probably.
I can see Disney grabs it, and be like, no, we're not gonna have you looking like us.
No. Oh, that would be. Oh, yeah. Would that be in copyright infringement? Wow.
That would be pretty interesting, though. I could see Disney going like, yeah.
So since we're staying in a copter world now, autonomous quadrotor beats 2 human pilots in drone race. Here we go. AI.
wow.
Don't need pilots. Self-driving.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Out of the University of Zurich.
But wrote
the algorithm for it.
But the guys that were racing, they were what? Just regular racing.
They were on the jet copters or the jet speeders there.
They were on the jet speeders. No.
I mean, to me, it's a drone. Okay, so you got a drone that can outfly people that are drone racers. The drone racer guys blow my mind on how well they fly. I mean, because it is crazy watching these guys fly these drones.
Dude, look at that.
I know, right? Now, so you got but now the AI one, I guess once it learned the track, you say go.
Oh, and it does. Look at that. It zoomed in and finally figured out what the optimal distance between each. Wow.
And it smoked them.
Wow, it sure did, didn't it?
They didn't even come close to keeping up with them.
All right, there goes Daytona 500.
Yeah, who needs drivers? We'll just put
drivers?
the cars out there and let the AI guys drive.
Right? And look at all the money you get to save. You don't have to pay the drivers anymore?
Nope. It's just pure OD. Well, now we just might as well just go online and let everybody in the world race online.
That's pretty cool.
That is very cool. I'm telling. Hey, so I've been watching drone races now for probably the last 7 years, and take the AI
Drone
guy.
Wars.
But let me tell you, man, those guys are phenomenal. It is mind blowing how quick their response, their reflexes are, and their response.
Yeah, in order to do something like that.
I mean, they fly these things in a gymnasium sometimes. And the gym, they've got all the little hoopy things, and you're thinking, okay, you're what, 10,000 square feet,
right?
If that, and you got to zip them little things, zip these, not bounce off the walls. I'm impressed, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, those, God bless them. Man. Those are some people that really can. They make you go, How'd you do that? Really? I mean, seriously,
they make you go,
That's not right. Have you ever stopped by an accident on the road and just go,
no, I rubberneck.
How about that sucked? Anyway, so a crime tracking app said Citizen is offering people $25 an hour to live stream crime scenes and house fires in New York City and Los Angeles. So you can download this software called Citizen. Right. Actually, here's the sad thing. I already have an app like this, but because we're media, we film it, we put it up, we upload it, and then when people use our footage, we get paid.
Right.
And I get calls all the time to go film stuff.
So basically, they're paying you to be a camera guy for their media company.
Yep. Well, no. Actually, it's used. It could be. It probably is.
They are probably registered as a media company.
Yeah, they probably are.
And just as you do, they just basically pay people to go out there and track it.
Yep.
And that's you got the ambulance chasers, right? Those guys are always out there trying to figure out what's going on. They got their, we
call them night crawlers.
Night crawlers too.
I think that's what they call them.
Back in the day, it was the ambulance.
We had a guy. Yeah, we had we got here one night from a shoot. We got back late, and there was an accident right at. Well, there's always, dude. You want to make money with this app? Come park your ass out in front of my studio, because this is probably one of the worst intersections I've ever seen. And now this was a bad one. This was a car versus a motorcycle, and the motorcycle guy lost, and the driver lost, and it was shut down both ways.
Wow.
But there was a guy, and he was a night crawler sitting out there with a camera,
Yeah.
filming the whole thing.
Yeah, this just goes to show that somebody just said, hey, why don't we just do this? And that is just a great idea that somebody came up with.
Yep.
And it just shows ingenuity, and there was nothing out there for something like this.
Nope.
And this just
Well, no, there is. We have media. The media guys have a software that's on our phone that we can literally go film it.
Yeah, but to turn the general public like that.
Oh yeah, into
turn
voyeurist.
Yes. It's like DoorDash for crime scene investigations.
There you go. You see a guy here's my only problem with all of this. Well, first of all, there's Facebook, and this is what happens all the time.
Oh yeah.
This is my problem. I have a problem with if you're there filming someone getting hurt or dying or whatever, and you're not trying to help them people or help those people.
Right.
If there's people on scene that does that, that's fine. But if you're sitting there watching it and there's nobody there to help, you need to get your ass out there and help them.
Exactly.
That's the way I was brought up.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and film some guy burning to death because I need good footage. I'm going to go try to find a way to put this guy out. Or, I was a paramedic back in my younger days. I have no problem going into a burning car if I can get that person out and get them out to save them. Mm-hmm. I'll go at least try before I let them go up in flames. But if you're in these turds that sits there and just films it while this person's dying, you need to go to hell.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting, though. I wonder
That's bad karma, bad juju.
Bad juju.
Bad juju. Very bad juju. So that's what I'm afraid that's going to create.
I don't think so. I think people have to, I'm going to head that way now, and they're going to judge whether or not. I don't think everybody's going to be able to just show up and everybody's making $25 an hour. 150 people have the app,
Yep.
Everybody's making $25 an hour. Nah, I don't think that's
so. We're going to talk about something kind of funny.
Really?
Yep. Future sports. Robot. Sinking basketballs. It's what you said. It's all internet.
Internet. Oh my goodness! Look at this thing.
I know, right? It's like, once again, we don't need basketball players.
He's moving too slow.
We'll just put a whole bunch of those things out there and let them do it.
Wait, he's not walking. He's not walking. This is not.
He's on rollerblades.
Yeah, I was thinking he's like on rollerblades.
That's just cheating.
Nah. How are we gonna know if he's walking the ball?
I want to know the sensor that gives him the depth perception. I'll be all right. Boom.
Man, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good. Look at that. Man.
That's kind of interesting. Interesting.
John, in that picture, where's the rest of his head?
He's only got a little head. Look at the size of his paws, though. Oh my God, they're freaking huge. I'm looking at the website. So, oh, there we go. Look at the size of his. Oh my God, it's huge.
Pass me the ball.
But this is happening at the Olympics.
Oh, this is.
Yeah.
All right.
So we really don't need, I guess, players anymore.
Yeah, we don't. No, we don't need
just
players.
let the robots kill each other. Yeah. So, okay, we got 3 minutes. I'm gonna talk about this, and then we're gonna talk about the tech fail. Have you been watching HBO Max lately?
No.
Frustrating as hell. So you get in there, you get into it, the whole 9 yards, you're watching it, and then it stops. Error. All you got to do is just hit refresh on your remote and whatever you're watching it on, and it will refresh. But man, it has been bugged. It says Roku devices, but it's I have it on my Apple, right? And it'll just go for no reason. Go.
Yeah, Hulu was doing that for the longest time too, crashing, and it is. They don't put enough behind the technology that drives those streaming services, and then they expect people to pay money for it.
After a while, you got to go, and I've got a new report coming out. It is not cheaper now to cut the cord.
No.
It's cheaper to go back to cable.
Yeah.
And get all of them, HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, Stars, get it all. You get the whole package. Cheaper now than it is to try to figure out, finally go get Disney Plus and get Netflix. I mean, unless you're going to choose, and there's no really heavy bundles. So let's talk about one thing. So this is a tech fail. I don't know if we want to play that little stinger or not. That's up to you, Rob. But, yep. I love it. Tech. When tech fails. Okay, so we all like our concerts. We all love our outdoor concerts, and we all like going and getting in the crowds and blah, blah, blah. And you would think that the production companies, and me and Rob used to work for these production companies, would use the best of the best of the best of the best when you're outside and you're going to have thousands and thousands of people underneath. But nope, check this out. This is a fail.
Wow.
When your truss goes down, and you know what?
That.
Here's the thing. That could have went, and that's an LED screen, right?
Oh, wow.
Right. So my heart goes out to the LEDs because that's what it is.
My heart goes out to the guys that had installed them all.
Could you imagine if that came down on your crowd? And that right there, so that was part of an event, and that was the back end. That's where the VIP people would go. You know, that's where the money is. You really want that shit falling on your money, guys? Sorry about the language, but that's what you don't want falling on your rich people.
Yeah, no.
Right? Not that it's good to fall on the poor people, but oh my God, you know, I know. You know, I say it like it is. I'm kind of blunt. But it's like, oh my God. And so Rob and I were both looking at it the other day, and we're like, so he finally found a image, and we zoomed up on it in the truss. I guarantee it's one of those, well, we got a great deal on it. That's exactly what it was, because you could look at that truss and see it was not quality truss. Mm-hmm. And I mean, ask Rob and I. We can look at truss and go, nope, that's crap, because we know, you know, you just don't use the cheap stuff, especially when you're hanging that big of a screen.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, Tech Shamans at WeBeamTV.com. Send us a message, because we love answering questions. We answered one for Jen and one for I think it was Frank. And it was awesome. It was great information.
Yeah.
Great information. So, hey, thanks for watching. Anthony, you're back next week. I actually may not be here. So it's weird. You know, we're busy now. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a techie week. We'll see everybody next week. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
We got the plans 'cause we are the Tech Shamans. We understand 'cause we are the Tech Shamans. Dude, I got this cool thing to show you. Really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Awesome. Yeah. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Cool.